Turn now to the news overnight in the case of the Turpin children. The 13 siblings rescued after being held captive by their parents. Lawyers for some of the kids electronically filed a lawsuit saying the children were failed by the people who were supposed to care for them. Steve Osensami spoke with the lawyers. He joins us now. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, George. Some of what we're about to share is disturbing. And if you've been following the case of the 13 Turpin children who survived years of abuse in their own home, these new allegations are heartbreaking.
This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
I just ran away from home.
This was the call for help that set them free. The 13 children in California who had to be rescued by police. Nearly all of them were tortured and kept as prisoners by their own parents, who are now sitting in prison serving 25 years to life.
I just ran away from home because I live in a family of 15, okay? Can you hear me? And we have abusing parents. Did you hear that?
But this morning, more than 4 years later, some of these same children are now suing their county and a private foster care agency who they say failed to protect them after law enforcement officers removed them from the nightmare that was their home. In a new lawsuit, attorneys for the 6 youngest children of the Turpin family say that the foster family, who was paid to raise them after they were rescued, was also abusive.
It's not only shocking, it should make everyone angry, because these children who were chained to their beds for a great majority of their life finally are freed, right? And then the county places them with ChildNet and puts them in another position where they are further abused.
ChildNet is a private foster care agency contracted by Riverside County east of Los Angeles. And in their lawsuit, the children say that the agency placed them in a home where they say the company knew that other foster care children who had spent time in that home had been abused. They accused the former foster parents and their daughter of hitting them in the face with sandals, pulling their hair, hitting them with a belt, and striking their heads. Some of them accused their former foster father of sexual abuse. And they say both foster parents would tell them that they were worthless and would encourage them to harm themselves.
And while the kids were being abused further, the county closed their eyes.
I mean, this case is one where the entire world was watching, and yet even in that situation, the county and ChildNet dropped the ball, which tells you, I think, pretty clearly what must be happening and what we've seen happen in other cases with kids who aren't famous, whose cases are not high profile, who nobody knows about.
It was a case of abuse and neglect in America in 2018 that broke hearts around the world.
They pull our hair, they yank out our hair. I have my 2 little sisters right now are chained up.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
What's your name?
Jordan Turpin.
In an emotional interview last November, Jordan Turpin first shared this story with ABC News anchor Diane Sawyer.
I don't know how you had the courage, never having spoken to anyone like that.
I think it was like us coming so close to death so many times, and like I was worried about my siblings, and when I saw them crying and worried, I just felt like I had to do it. Like I just wanted to do it. I wanted to help everyone.
According to the attorneys, the abuse in the foster home went on for 3 years until one of the children was old enough to leave and then told this story to a social worker. The 3 former foster family members are now facing more than a dozen criminal charges, including child abuse, neglect, and sexual assault. They've pled not guilty. A county spokeswoman tells us they've not seen the lawsuit, so they have no comment. We've reached out to ChildNet and did not get a response. But last year, a spokesperson for the foster care agency told ABC News that they could not comment specifically on the Turpin case because of confidentiality laws, but said, "We take our work very seriously, including the extensive vetting of parents." The children are suing for damages, but their lawsuit at this point doesn't say for how much.
I can't even tell you how many times our clients have told us, we just don't want this to happen to someone else.
Today, 4 of these 13 children, brothers and sisters, are still in foster care, but their attorneys tell us that they are safe. together and on the road to recovery. Guys.
Wow, the Turpins have been through so
They
much.
sure
It's
have.
unimaginable. Steve, thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.